Hey, good morning. Good morning, guys. Can you see my slide? Where are my people? That's not what I want. Hey, good morning. I can't hear you. I don't know why that takes a while to. Ooh, good morning, Kenneth. Hey, hi, Luz. Yes.
Okay, great. Good morning.
Does anybody have that? Did you see my weight slide? I even put like.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. You all sound sleepy. I like being a first period teacher because I'm such a morning person, but yeah, what is hemophobia? Yeah. And so the question I have is it a real thing? Like, a lot of people, especially with the COVID shot, I should probably put injection phobia. I know Uriel has it. So he told us that he did. So sorry to call you out, Uriel, but a lot of people are afraid of shots. But true fear of blood, hemophobia, is a real thing. So it isn't just, it isn't just, I don't like the looks of it, or, or I'd rather not. Hemophobia is, I can't go in a hospital. Oh yeah. So there are psychologists and psychiatrists that treat providers, people that work in healthcare, who have developed hemophobia. There's even a television show on PBS about a physician who was a surgeon who developed hemophobia, which is, as you can imagine, kind of a career ender. So how many of you, along with Kenneth, were very afraid of shots or are very afraid of shots? It's okay if you are. You have a lot of friends if you are afraid. Uriel? Yeah, you're not afraid anymore. And so
I mean, I am afraid. I am.
or Uriel's still afraid. So you're not a lot afraid, Luz? Or you're not so afraid anymore? Not so much. So my question is, because people ask me, how do you get over it? So, and some of you might end up working with children, pediatrician, peds PT, I don't know, peds nurse. So there are kids in particular that want to get over it. So what would you tell them? So, because I think these are strategies that aren't complicated, but people have good ideas. So Uriel, can we use you as an example or no? Okay, so if Uriel's our patient and he's like, I'm going to have a panic attack, I'm going to pass out, something bad is going to happen, what strategy can we share with people that have that kind of injection phobia that'll help them? How do you get over it?
Just pass out and just let them
Just
do
go
it.
ahead and pass out and get it over with.
Yeah, just get it over with. Like,
and then you'll be unconscious and you
Yeah.
won't know that you had an injection.
exactly there. Like, it's way better.
Davis says, suck it up and you can have a sticker afterwards. I don't want you for my
Oh,
people.
lollipop. Oh shit.
Candy, now, candy or chocolate, I'm gonna say, now you're talking my language, but there are strategies for people. One of the things I do is I talk to patients about, I just keep continually asking them questions. And like, I would ask Uriel, tell me about where you grew up. Tell me about your favorite food. And I would be like, and he would be like hesitant because he would be like, oh, you're going to stick me. You're going to stick me. And then I wouldn't stick him. And then I'd ask him another question after he'd kind of relaxed, and then I'd poke him. And he'd be like, oh, that's it? Yes. Distraction. That's called distraction therapy, which is to think about something else. Also, sometimes I ask patients this, even little people. Do you want to know if I'm giving it to you or not? And sometimes I'll say, you choose. You get to decide when I'm going to do it. How many of you would like that? You'd like to be, okay, now. Anybody? A lot of children. A lot. Uriel, you wouldn't like it?
I don't like it, but I just wanted to get over with it.
Okay, so you just want it done.
Yeah.
But there are patients and people, there's probably some in this classroom that would be like, no, not until I say I'm ready. So that helps patients. So this is the kind of stuff we get into in healthcare sometimes. Like, we're talking about science, talking about cells today, but we're also talking about just the humanity and all of you. What I want to say about Uriel and people like him, you're normal. There's nothing abnormal about not wanting someone to poke you with a needle, right? That makes total sense. Okay, so what are we doing today? We're going to do a me in the box. I think it's Davis, who's one of the last ones. No, actually, we have 5 more people that haven't turned in their box. So don't forget your box is due. The other thing I wanted to say, having kind of poured over our grade book last night, is that the people that are coming to class and turning things in all have an A or a B. Y'all are amazing. That's what I want to say. So in this rotten environment where we're all going to school and doing this weird thing, that's amazing. So one of the other teachers in health careers said, I only have a few people coming to class. I said, I have all of them coming to class. You're all coming to class. I know, except for a couple people. Where are they? I want them to come. Anyway, so don't forget tomorrow you're only a few, Kenneth, but it only takes a few. That's what I want to say, is it only takes a few really awesome people to make a big difference. Okay. So today, chapter 1 midterms are due tomorrow, along with that textbook scavenge, just so you can see what parts of the book I like and I'm using. And I'm picking out things out of your reading that I like, and the rest I'm ignoring. Things I would normally do, I'm just ignoring them. I'm trying to just get at what will help you in our upper level anatomy class, and help you kind of get what it's like to be in health careers teacher wise, like who are the teachers. I think that's important too. So me in the box, I'm going to talk about cells today, just a review for a lot of you, the cell parts. That's it. And your assignment is to read the rest of the chapter. That sounds like a lot. It's 4 pages. Read the rest of the chapter. I have on my module that I'm going to talk about cancer, and I might get to that and I might not. I'm going to talk about cancer cells. I might get to it and I might not. So any questions about that? The other thing I would like to know is how much homework do you all have in other classes? So somebody asked me that, yes, huh?
STEM can.
So just be honest. Oh, hi, Lucy's little brother. Is he gonna wait? A lot, Yatsen says. So so some of you I know do, and so I want you to, because I love having this relationship with my students, and don't like just chat me. What I want you to do is just tell me the truth. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the perfect amount of homework, 0 being you are like killing me, Miss Ellis. How much homework am I giving? In the great scheme of 10 being I like what you're doing, 0 being I hate it. There's too much. 10, Yatsen's good. Okay, if you don't vote, I can't help you. Uriel, are you not going to vote? Okay, you're good. So I'm not beating you up. Okay, I'm not beating you up. That's what I want to hear. Because I don't know what your other teachers are doing. And this is an introductory class so that you can get an idea of what we're doing in health careers every day. So awesome. If you're miserable, I don't know it unless you tell me. That's what I want to say. Especially on the CDL. I don't have a clue. Okay, let's see here. Let's share this screen. And here's a famous person. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Davis, are you there?
Yeah.
Hey, Davis, are you named after someone?
No, not that I know of.
I like your name. It's cool. Okay. I have a friend whose name is Davis. Just wondered. Okay. Here you are and your cat
Yeah, I was like 3 in that picture.
What's that cat's name?
Kitten.
Darling cat, big cat. Okay, here we go.
So some words that describe me are funny, hardworking, independent, devoted and committed, friendly, athlete, and creative.
Hmm. So guys, questions in the chat if you'd like or not. Where is my chat? Can't even see it. Or out, looks like you're gonna have to unmic because this thing just wiped out my chat line. So if you have a question, for Davis, what athletics, Davis?
I play 3 sports. I play soccer, racquetball, and lacrosse.
Wow. Good. Sounds like you are devoted and committed.
Mm-hmm.
And so are you playing right now?
Yeah.
Because sports are back?
Yeah, soccer started.
Oh, I'm so glad. Does that just feel so much better?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a swimmer. I'm waiting for the pools to open. That's going to be a while, I think.
Yeah.
Same. I love swimming.
Do you?
Yeah, I actually do.
When was the last time you were in a pool, Uriel? You're probably in Mexico.
No, because also in Mexico, like there's a lot of COVID. Like there's like a lot of people. Like it's like red right now over there. The place where I was, it was like pretty red. Everyone was dying like left and right. I was
Oh my gosh.
I know.
So no pools are open.
So, no.
When was the last time you were in a pool?
Like last summer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you bring these to our class potluck, please? David?
Yeah, maybe. If we even have one.
Yeah, I don't know. I said that to somebody at school the other day and they're like, they're not going to let you eat at school. And
Yeah.
I was like, they're letting students eat. So we'll see. That looks delicious. So these are 2 different kinds.
Yeah, one's more lamb, the other one's green.
Ugh. And do you have a favorite?
No, I really eat anything. It's really
Are
hard to
are you eating a lot currently just in life? You're eating a lot right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some children come through our family like that ate everything we had, and you'd open up the refrigerator and there's nothing in there. Ah, yes. Your pet peeve.
Yeah, my pet peeve is when you're watching TV or YouTube and then a boring ad that pops up and you can't skip it. It's like those 10-second ads.
Yes. And it's something you could care less about.
Yeah.
I agree. That's super annoying.
Or like sometimes you're doing something and the 3-minute ad appears and then you're not like available to skip it and you just gotta listen to the ad while you're doing something else.
Yeah, those advertisers pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
They love that. They love interrupting whatever you're doing.
I
Ooh,
didn't have a picture, but last year I went camping with my cousins and my family.
where were you?
I don't. Oh, Tillamook.
Oh, in Tillamook. Tillamook's beautiful. It depends on the time of the year, but it's beautiful there.
Yeah.
Fun. Ooh.
And what I want to be after high school, I want to become a mechanic or I want to join the military.
Okay. So don't forget that medicine has mechanics too. So at St. Vincent's Hospital today, there's about 20 biomechanics working on, they work on things like the monitors, the heart monitors and the ventilators.
Yeah.
And so don't forget that exists. And the community colleges in Oregon all have that training. So that's a thought. And actually, I think you can get that training in the military as well. So do you have a favorite branch you're thinking of? And tell us about why the interest in the military.
So I don't actually know a branch I'm going to join yet, but I have a couple friends who I'm going to join with. I
Hmm.
already have a friend who's getting shipped off next year.
And why the interest? Can I just ask?
Just to serve the country, and since I was a little kid, I've wanted to join, and it just kind of stuck with me.
Yeah. My dad was career military Marines. And
Nice.
so I have a real deep respect for people who serve our country in that way. And a lot of people think it's like a nothing. It is such an amazing adventure. Amazing.
Mhm.
And I think it really changed my dad's life for the positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Because he had experiences other people hadn't had. Anybody else have a question? Is there another one here? One more slide. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's
Yeah.
adorable.
Last year on Mother's Day, I got a puppy, and her name's Luna.
Oh, what kind of dog is she?
She's a German Shepherd Staffy mix.
Man, I bet she's smart.
Yeah.
She's
Really.
she's beautiful. Is she being naughty or is she growing up?
It's both of them.
Yes. She's so cute. I think it takes about 18 months. We've always had a dog. Our whole life, we've always had at least one dog, and all the puppies, it took them about a year to 18 months to figure out what they were supposed to be doing. Some of them were earlier and some of them were later, but she is beautiful. What does she weigh now?
Like 60 or 70 pounds.
Yeah, she looks like she's a big girl in the middle picture. She's darling. Everybody says that mixes also, as opposed to a purebred, they're the best dogs, temperament wise, just personality wise. They tend to really be loving.
They have less health problems too.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Okay, any other questions?
How old are you now, Davis?
I'm 16.
Okay. Me too. 16 years old.
You guys are
Nice.
awesome. Okay, thank you, Davis. You'll see that grade appear for you.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, so today, quick discussion on cells. You all need a piece of paper to draw on. Because remember I said when you draw it, and by the way, somebody asked me again yesterday, could we write in our books? Please do not write in our books. They cost $45 each, those books. And okay. So you need a piece of paper. Did you all get colored pencils from me?
I'll have to check first.
Yeah, I
okay?
think in your packet. So you should have in the packet that you picked up at school. And if you haven't done it, there's one at school for you right now. Yup. You should have a package of clay. And we will use that not next week, but the week before spring break. And we will use it during cardio, all of that clay. So you need that. You need your book and you need your colored pencils and you need a piece of paper, drawing paper right now. So I'll give you a minute to get your paper. Yeah, Uriel?
Yeah. I got like colored pencils, some clay, and the body thing.
Excellent. You probably thought we were never going to use it, but indeed we are going to. So
Yeah.
if you will just go ahead and get those things right now, that I'll give you like 2 minutes to do that.
Be the colored pencils? Did we take out the colored pencils?
No, you just need a piece of paper and you'll need your colored pencils later. I just wanted to make sure you have them.
All
Okay.
right.
So get your paper. Let me get up our drawing here to look at.
Alice,
Yeah.
what type of paper should I pick? Like a bond paper?
Yeah, blank is good. I like blank, but it could be anything you want.
All right. Thanks.
Now, can you guys see my drawing?
Yeah.
Cool, okay. So if you look up on my board right now, I have all the cell parts that you're gonna be needing. But when I'm done talking here, I'm only gonna talk for a few minutes. And I'm gonna talk just about cell parts. And then I'm gonna actually show you you don't have to just constantly write. The most important thing for you to do is to draw this cell right now. Just sketch it out, doesn't have to be beautiful, just note taking. So I'm gonna give you a minute just to actually draw the structure. So if you would just draw that structure, that would be helpful. I'm gonna try to make it a little bigger for you. Go ahead and just draw the structure. And I'll give you like 6 or 7 minutes to do that. And please don't stress over your art. You're not handing this in. You will hand another one in, but not this one. So Parsa, that's awesome. And I know a lot of, for you in particular, and I've had other students that, of course, already have this. So I'm trying to just give you an overview, and I'm happy it's review. So just hang in.
I have a question, please, Miss
Yes.
Ellie.
Yes, yes,
After
sir.
I draw this, should I color it?
Not yet, because this is just note taking. I'm going to have you guys draw your own cell and color code it all. So this is just messy.
Okay.
So I'm just putting colors on here so that, you guys aren't confused about what is what. And I know it's probably review for a bunch of you, and that's awesome. We're all good with that. But for some of you, it's not. And the other thing that is not new is the cancer link that we're going to talk just a little bit about today and tomorrow, recognizing that. Hey, Parsa, can I ask a question? So in Bio 1, are you talking Bio 1 at Beaverton?
Yeah, but also way before that.
Okay, so have you already had anatomy?
I had 2 years of biology, but besides Bio 1, I took in Beaverton. But so I had 3 years of biology, but the 2 years I had in my country were advanced, like weighing like extremely advanced.
You are. I mean, I know you guys are. It's Iran, am I correct?
Yes.
So I've had other students that have had a year or two of anatomy in middle school sometimes. So have you already, like, for instance, can you already draw the heart and have heart flow and understand about coronary vessels and how a heart attack happens and all of that too?
I have studied the full immune system, the full neurological system,
Okay.
and lymphatic system.
Okay. Can I just ask and this, if you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but in English, are we talking, you have all the English vocab too?
Not, I don't know.
Okay. So I think you're here. Yes, Kenneth, that is vacuole.
Okay.
I think you're here, like a lot of people, not so much for the like big discussion of the science, which is basic, but to like get how we're interchanging the vocab. Is this right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So can I just say something? You're gonna love Dr. Ram's class. And what this class does for that class is it makes you not be behind in terms of how fast it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of like putting up a big framework for you to get all the lingo on. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and and review kind of what is what in this drawing. So of course, the cell membrane is the outside of a cell. And guys, my whole reason for teaching this, and there have been times in the hospital as a nurse on a cancer floor, on an oncology floor, the study of tumors, oncology, cancerous tumors. I have drawn a picture on a paper towel for a patient. Because sometimes we have a patient who's like an engineer, like my husband, who's like, I want to know what happened. I don't want somebody to just say, oh, you have pancreatic cancer. And the patient goes, oh, okay. Yes, Dr. Ramanik's class is really fun. So, and he's fun because he also plays music in there, and like he's such a great personality. But I want patients to be able to know as much as they want to know. And if they don't want to know, I don't tell them. But there are people who are like my mom. If a doctor tries to explain something to my mom goes like this: it's scary. I don't want to know. She doesn't want them to tell her. And that's fine. But if you have my husband for a patient, he just got his COVID vaccine this morning, and he just texted me during class and said, I had a great discussion with the nurse about how the Pfizer vaccine actually works, because I knew he would ask. So the cell membrane simply is this. I want you to think about it this way. It is a guardian for what can go in and out of the cell. Okay, what can go in and out? So what should go in and out? Nutrients, glucose, hormones, sugars, oxygen. What should not go in? Chemicals, paint fumes, cigarette tars, and other things that will damage the inner structure of the cell. Yeah, sure. Carbon dioxide, there's a million things. So cell biology in college is a 1-year class accompanied by another year of a class called cell signaling. So cell signaling is just talking about how does the cell know what to do and when. All of these things come under the category of health, or what you and I would call, health professionals call, homeostasis. The patients in homeostasis, their cells are working so beautifully. Okay, so the cell membrane controls what enters and what goes in and out of the cell. Then the nucleus, that purple part in the middle, has a nuclear membrane, which you don't have to put on your drawing, but that dotted line is the membrane. And the nucleus contains the most important part of the brainy part of the cell, although the other parts are really important too. And it's essentially the hard drive. It's essentially the instruction packet, because it contains a protein strand called a chromosome that has distinct locations on it that are like a recipe for the cell to make itself again. So the nucleus is the brain of the cell. One of the most important things, probably the most important thing a cell does, is to replicate its recipe and make itself again. When the cell gets old, it is able to make itself again. So that dark spot you see in the middle, I'm not labeling it right now. It has to do with the proteins in the cell. So you have, let me just point it out to you on my drawing, sorry. In this section, you have chromosomes. It's not a very good helix, but they have DNA, which is the genetic information of the cell. This is what makes you, you. So for good or for bad. So, and I mean for positive for the patient or not positive for the patient. Okay, let me give you a personal example that will just make you get this. So in my family, I have 12 cousins, girls, 12 girl cousins. All of them, okay, I'm number 13, all 12 of them during our lifetime together, and I'm the youngest, all of them had breast cancer during their life, every single one. And I didn't get breast cancer for a long time. And in their DNA code, they have a gene that can be identified that tells them that they have a very high likelihood of getting breast cancer. And I got tested for it, and I did not have the gene. So Miss Ellis didn't have the gene. You know what? I got breast cancer anyway. I have a different gene in my DNA on my chromosome. Oops, not that. That at the right moment in history expressed itself and made me sick. It's part of my genetics. That's the bad part of genetics. Okay, let me give you a great feature of my family that is genetically passed through the DNA, the particular kinds of acids that make up your gene structures from my dad's side of the family. The capacity of my lungs, and I learned this when I had breast cancer because somebody did a pulmonary, they tested the size of my lungs before I had surgery. And they said, you have the lungs of a 275-pound man. That's how big they are. You have big lungs. So you oxygenate yourself. And it's true. So Uriel in particular, when I'm swimming, I never get short of breath. If I go hiking or skiing, as old as I am, I'm never short of breath. So genetically, I have very large number of air sacs in my lungs. So that gene information that's in here, you carry what is good and you carry what is dark. Now, does it mean that every dark genetic portion of your chromosome will express itself? No, it does not. And this is a huge area of study in medicine. And some of you are interested in genetics. They're trying to figure out, why do certain humans express these genes and others do not? Okay. Awesome. Okay, so the nucleus control center for the brain. Then the endoplasmic reticulum, which I just made green, and there's two kinds, but we're only just going to learn the one, and I'm going to actually spell that for you on another piece of paper, so just write ER right now. This is a transportation system like the freeway inside the cell. It moves stuff around. Because remember, the cell has important jobs. Some cells are cardiomyocytes. They are your heart muscle cells, and their big job is contraction, okay, and staying highly oxygenated. Your skin cells, your melanocytes, their big job is to produce this cool kind of protein that protects your skin from the sun. Okay, so it depends on that. This is the transportation system inside the cell. Then, let me find them. These little dots, these are ribosomes. They are protein factories. So remembering that cells can talk to each other, and most of the way they talk to each other is through proteins. So the ribosome is a protein factory. That's just these little dots. And they're up here too. Okay. The Golgi body, a Golgi body packages up the proteins that are produced and gets them ready to be transported. So I think of the Golgi body like a post office. It packages up stuff and gets it ready to ship. Okay, cool. Are you with me? Am I going too fast?
You're just good.
Okay, good. I love that you're telling me that. I have no idea. So this is a vacuole. Sort of does. It could be a vacuole stores, it can either be a storage tank, like a water tank, and it can also store waste like a trash can, depending on the kind of vacuole. So I think vacuole sounds kind of like vacuum. So that's, it's a storage place for waste products before they're transported out of the cell. Okay. And then you have lysosomes as well up here. Where's my lysosome? Lysosomes here. Lyse means to break up. So if we take this word apart, lysing means it breaks it up. It's breaking up waste products and old cell parts so that they can also be transported out of the cell. So when we were thinking about just the big picture, remember that we said that humans are 60% water. And if you're dehydrated and you don't drink enough water, your proteins and your lysosomes and all these things cannot move things around. Let's just keep that in mind. So the other thing I want to say about dehydration is if you're feeling really thirsty, you're already about 1 liter short of water. By the time you register thirst, so this cup right here, that's a 16-ounce cup. So 2 of these, you're already 2 of these short every time you feel thirsty. So your lysosome can't, it's going to break down old waste products and old cell parts. It's actually going to break down something that doesn't work because a cell often will repair itself if there's a problem. So a lysosome is breaking down. It needs water, as does your cytoplasm and all other parts. So cytoplasm, I haven't talked about yet. Okay. Then your mitochondria, my personal favorite. I don't think I marked it on here. Mitochondria are energy factories. So some people call that cell respiration. They are able to use oxygen and glucose, oxygen and sugar, in order to make ATP, which is your body's version of cell energy. They make ATP. Okay. All of this sits in your cytoplasm. So plasma means growth. Interesting enough, or it's a form of the word growth. It's not exactly growth, but that means cell growth. This is a nutrient bath that all, meaning sugars, all the vitamins and minerals that we said, those molecules that we said you needed, that is what essentially makes up your cytoplasm. It gives the cell its shape. And it's also a transport section, media. So it gives the cell its shape. And it's like a big buffet in terms of where things are coming, proteins are coming back and forth, different kinds of acids. So these objects you should be able to recognize and know and be able to spell. So the parts outside the cell membrane, the cytoplasm, and the nucleus are all called organelles. That's all your book wanted you to know. I wanted you to just get a review on these parts and pieces. So your body, in order to be at low risk for cancer, has to be able to do some things. It has to support this cell's work. And the most important work of cells, I'm going to say, is the first R. And that's going to be, it has to be able to replicate. It has to be able to replicate itself perfectly with perfect function. So think about that. The billions and billions and billions of replications that happen in your body every day and over a lifetime have to be done perfectly. That is health. So the first R, can I get out of the screen for a minute? Or do you still need it? Okay, so the idea of perfect health is that that your cells are replicating themselves, and they're replicating themselves the right number of times. So inside this structure and in the chromosome, you have an interesting cap on the ends. These little caps are called telomeres. And what do they do? Telomeres are essentially counting the number of times a cell replicates. And every time a cell replicates, a little piece of the telomere comes off. When the cell has and all cells replicate a different number of times. When your cell has replicated all the times it's supposed to, there is a chemical switch inside the nucleus that causes the cell to self-destruct. And that keeps you from having cancer. Because what is cancer really? Cancer is when the cell kind of gets out of control and replicates very non-functioning cells a lot. I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow. Right now, what I'm going to do is just get you to another screen so you can just see. Does this help you? Make sure that you have this. It doesn't have cytoplasm on it. Cytoplasm is the nutritional fluid inside the cell, but it isn't on this list. So I don't know if you even want this. Do you want it?
Yeah, I need to copy that.
Okay, I'm going to give you some time to do that. Sorry, guys. I did not mean to do that to you. When you are done copying this, my assignment for you today is just to read the rest of the chapter. You don't have to read the parts on cultures in medicine. I don't have time this year. And you don't have to read the study habit portions unless you like them. When you are done copying, you can go, or you can stay in and talk to me. Tomorrow, what am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about cancer. I'm going to show you some cancer cells. I'm going to show you some normal, really like electron microscope pictures of cancer cells, and then some normal cells, quote, normal cell. We can talk tomorrow about where we are in terms of homework. We're going to have one more week of talking about just these basic functions. We're going to take a little quiz next week, and then we're going to do scan before spring break. So you may go when you're done getting your notes.
I took a photo.
Say again.
I took a photo of the notes so I could copy it.
Okay. My iPad's driving me crazy at the moment.
But thanks. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Have a good day.
Hey, you have a good day.
See you tomorrow.
See you
All right.
tomorrow. See you tomorrow, guys. Awesome job. Bye, Lupe. Bye, Parsa. Thanks, Davis. Take Luna for a walk today. Bye, Luz. Bye, Davis.